nice Oprah Winfrey relationship or a Maury Povich relationship?
Oh, it's
I'm
really
just trying to
it's really
figure
nice.
this out.
Well, actually,
Zeke, I got
there's
questions.
stuff like, going into co-op, making enemies. Some dudes are going to attack you.
It's more like
Eventually,
Maury.
you'll be able to trade. I can actually walk up to you
Right.
and ask you to become my mentor because
Really?
I know that I see that you know Kung Fu and I don't. So you're going to be able to teach me Kung Fu, teach me your moves. So the mentor-student is one of the main relationships we have in the game.
But how do they teach the moves to each other?
Yeah, no kidding.
That's basically when you fight, it all feeds in our combat deck mechanic, which we'll see a bit later on. When you fight an enemy and they attack you with an attack that you haven't discovered yet, that you don't know yet, you're going to learn it progressively. And so if I like parry that attack, you see that little icon with the attack that's being played, it means I don't know that attack and I'm learning it. And so eventually you learn these attacks and you're able to use them in what we call the combat deck, which is an interface that's used to create your combos. And when you have a mentor, they can teach you much faster these attacks that they know. And it's also the only way. You start with a specific combat style. That combat style here is what we call Windfall. It's like Kung Fu inspired. It's got a special ability, which is the Avoid. So you start with a combat style. If you want to learn other ones, you need a mentor. So that what we're seeing here is a mechanic that we call perfect attacks. Basically, it's really important in the game to chain attacks in the right timing. So if you attack at the right moment, if you're in the flow, you'll chain attacks faster. It's a bit kind of like the active reload mechanic in Gears of War. And it's always there in combat, so you really need to stay focused even if the action is intense, basically.
And you gotta pay attention because you do have a stamina bar.
Yeah, so the stamina bar is kind of is both your stamina for attacks, for dodges, for special moves, and your guard gauge. So when you're out of stamina, your guard is going to be broken pretty fast. So we just saw here the special ability of that combat style, which is the Avoid. So you can avoid low, you can duck under high attacks, jump over low attacks, and sidestep over a vertical or thrust attack. So you really have to read the direction of the attack of your opponent to kind of use your special defense and gain the upper edge, because when you successfully avoid, it'll slow down your opponent. So we're just opening up a little shortcut here so that if ever we die, we can go back there faster.
So before, when they were fighting, there was a little icon showing like a kick and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that means that you're learning that attack. That means that your enemy has hit you with an attack that you haven't fully learned yet.
Oh, there we go.
And so when there's just a little plus, it means you've just discovered it. And once you've discovered it, you'll see that little gauge filling up around the circle. It means you're learning it.
Okay.
And if you like successfully parry an attack, you'll learn more of it than if you just get hit by it.
Right. Okay. So you can just sit there and get punched in the face a few times, but it takes longer. But you'll eventually go, oh, punch in the face move. I got it.
Actually, when you're fighting, it applies for both NPCs and other players you meet. And when you fight NPCs in the world, you don't want to just beat them up. You want to get these parries and get this special ability, and so that you learn their attacks, faster.
When you see someone, when you come upon someone in the world, there's no indication of who they are and what they know, right?
Well, we're actually working on the whole social wheel aspect and what level of information we're giving you as to what the level of this guy is. What progression, there's an RPG progression system in the game, and so you invest point in different stats, which impact basically your playstyle. So this is a build that's currently playable at PAX, and this is what we call an altar. It's a place where you can meditate to improve your stats and build your combat deck. We are, however, going to see the combat deck in a while. So the basic of the combat is what we're seeing here. So that little diamond is our stances system. So you've got 4 stances to choose from, and depending on the stance you're in, you've got different attacks that are mapped to each stance and which you can customize in the combat deck. We'll see that in a second.
So you can do stances that are like super like
yeah,
and or stances that are just like
exactly. You can do heavy stances, light stances. or you can do stances that loop on themselves, or stances that send you to a different stance. It's a pretty flexible system.
Okay. So there's an element of stance dancing that you can do.
Oh yeah, very much so. And
Okay.
we actually have like these sweet little animations when you switch stances. It's like, and you actually
It's
kind
so
of
fluid.
Yeah, well, the whole system is basically a stance is your orientation relatively to your opponent. So when you chain your attacks in your combat deck, the stances all match. Each attack starts in one stance, finishes in one stance. So basically, all the moves you do always match the orientation of your previous move. So it all chains basically together pretty fluidly, yeah. And we're going to see that in a second. So
no, it's really cool to see them change stances and to do like it's really flowy. You know, it's and then this.
Why are you laughing?
That guy fell down.
Oh, you're laughing at that.
Yeah, no,
That guy fell down.
He fell down a hole. My this guy got holes in it.
slapstick comedy always works with GR.
I am simple.
Does
GM.
any of them do drunken monkey style?
That's an excellent question.
Okay. Yeah, that's an excellent question.
Yeah, it's an excellent question.
Do you want to bring the drunk monkey back out?
Yeah, get the monkey out here. He's drunk now? Oh, man.
Life is hard for that red gorilla.
Poor red gorilla.
Dude.
Yeah, we'll see about monkeys and about drunkenness, but
Is that going to be a DLC?
We'll see. We'll see that.
It's so pretty.
This guy's he's just backed into a corner. Gave
Yeah,
up.
yeah. It's
How would you have fought? If you were the guy in the corner, what would you have done? Being you're an expert game developer, creator.
You don't want to get backed in the corner, so what you want to do is dodging on the side and always kind of manage the space around you.
Do you watch a lot of UFC to get ideas for this?
You know what? Our animators, they watch a lot of different martial arts. They've all practiced. It's,
Right.
wait,
they all practice?
No, all this is
Okay,
keyframed, and actually all our animators have between like 8 and 12 years of martial arts experience.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
If
They
we
can
go to
be-
the Absolver booth,
Yeah.
and we're
And
like,
start a
I'm
fight."
just like, I hate this game. Everybody's going to start doing this. And you're going to, that's not real. That's from a video game. And then you're going down.
No, and so everything is keyframed. They watch a lot of references, and some of which come from
What's
mixed
the
martial arts
quickest
parts.
novice move you could show me right now
Quickest
with one
what?
hand? Fastest one-hand takedown.
You mean, can I kill JM?
yeah,
with
how
my
can you
thumb?
kill JM right
It's in
now
my
with
I
one
think
move?
I'll go for the
That's
throat
dude.
right away.
See?
Right
I knew
away.
exactly
yeah.
what he was
Chop.
doing.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
chop.
Yeah, I think the throats.
No, mine's 2 moves. It's pocket, pepper spray.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
my move right
I thought
there.
you were going to be turn around, run away.
Run away.
That was your move.
No, I was talking about being back
actually,
against block.
this is what we were mentioning earlier, which is the combat deck. So basically, we're kind of
Speeding through
it, but all attacks have different damage, speed, range, tracking properties, and some of them have actually special properties. They can guard break, they can avoid. So you really kind of build your own playstyle in that interface. And
So you're making your own combos?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of
much,
here.
Pretty much.
Now that of anything that you mentioned so far, that is pretty badass. Like, because usually you buy combos like, now you can do the spin kick punch move.
No,
But now you're like, you spin kick if you like the punch, or you could do throat chop or that kind of stuff.
And here we're in PvP, so it's a bit
So
more
there's
advanced
weapons
character. Yeah, you can pull out weapons. We've got 2 weapons families at this stage: war gloves and swords. They're like temporary bonuses in combat. You can use them. You see these little glowing stones? We call them tension shards. You got 5. This guy has a kind of a magic focus build, so he's got 5 of them, and he can use them. In the bottom left, you got special abilities and weapons, and he can use these special shards, which fill up during combat, for special abilities to take out weapons, etc. But his enemy actually right here was chaining these attacks pretty fast.
I haven't seen this environment yet. Any of these environments, really.
No, you have not.
I've only seen that first brown city, that little...
Yeah, we've been
Good
running a closed alpha this past week, and this was the closed alpha area.
This is amazing.
What's the deal with the mask? Why does everybody wear masks?
That's you'll have to play the game.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
man. I'm sorry.
It's eyes wide
sorry.
shut.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's all,
It's a
that's
sex
all
cult
right.
thing.
I don't mind
pretty much a
surprises.
sex cult thing.
It's
Yeah, that's it. And the idea is that when you pull a weapon out, you switch combat decks. So you switch to a sword combat dex, but it's still the same mechanic. Your attacks go from one stance to the other, flow together, and you still have, parry, avoid abilities. So it's all, yeah.
Did that guy just
And you're
lose his
controlling.
sword?
You're
Yeah,
controlling.
you
like,
can get disarmed. You can get disarmed, and your opponent can actually pick up your sword, which is what he's doing.
Oh.
Boom, boom, and like beat you up with
It's
his
so
weapon.
The game's beautiful.
So you're controlling the stances with the sticks.
Yeah.